All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on automated trading and get right into the brain behind the bots. We're breaking down a really powerful AI system called the Titan V2 engine.
But first, let me ask you something, especially if you've ever stared at a market chart that's just going wild. What do you think is the single biggest threat to a trader's success, even if they have the perfect strategy?
Yep, it's this, human panic. In those crazy moments of high volatility, it's our own emotions, the fear, the greed, that gut feeling that you just have to do something right now that can totally wreck even the best laid plans.
So, if emotion is the problem, what's the fix? Well, this is exactly where developers are bringing in artificial intelligence, basically a trading brain that can operate completely without fear or hesitation.
So say hello to the Titan V2 engine. At its core, this thing is a deep learning system, and its whole reason for being is to tackle that one central problem, taking human panic completely out of the equation during those make-or-break trading moments.
So, how does an AI like this actually, think? It's not just some mysterious black box. The engine is hardwired to follow a very specific three-step process. Let's really break this down. The whole process is detection, analysis, and then automated execution. Think of it like a continuous loop. The AI sees what's happening in the market, it scores the opportunity, and then, only if the conditions are perfect, it acts. First up is detection. Imagine the engine is on watch 24/7, constantly scanning the entire market structure to see how it's behaving. It's looking for the market's personality in that moment. Is volatility blowing up, hinting at a big breakout? Or is it shrinking, setting up a potential return to the average?
Okay, next comes the analysis phase. And honestly, this is where it gets really cool. Once the AI spots a potential setup, it doesn't just blindly jump in. Instead, it assigns a super precise AI confidence score, from 0 all the way up to 100. This is how it filters out all the market noise and hones in on only the highest probability trades. And all of that brings us to the final step, automated execution. So if a setup gets a high enough confidence score, boom, the engine takes over. It executes the trade based on the exact parameters the user has already set in their control panel. It manages the margin, the leverage, all of it, with millisecond precision and without you having to lift a finger. But there's an even deeper layer to its logic. This system isn't just a one-trick pony. It has a pretty sophisticated dual-mode logic it uses to adapt to whatever the market is throwing at it. Let's check out how that works. So the engine has two distinct modes, GEMS Gold and GEMS Silver. Gold is its aggressive attack mode. It's actively hunting for those big, high-momentum moves that are taking off. But Silver, that's its defensive posture. It tracks more stable, steady, high-probability setups when the market is a bit calmer. It's basically how the AI decides when to go on offense versus when to play defense. Now, a tool this powerful operates in a very specific world, and it's super important we talk about the risks involved. So we're going to shift gears here and look at the fine print, because this stuff is absolutely crucial to understand.
This is the first thing you see in the risk disclosure. It states, very plainly, that trading crypto futures has a significant risk of loss, and flat out, is not for everybody. This isn't just boilerplate text. It's the cold, hard reality of the market this AI works in.
And right after that, the responsibility is placed squarely on the user. The agreement says you will not risk more than you can afford to lose. It also hammers home the point that past performance, no matter how great it looks, is absolutely no guarantee of future results.
So, here's the bottom line. Every single action the bot takes on your behalf is final. Once that automated trade is made, the financial outcome is 100% the user's responsibility. There are no takebacks, no do-overs.
To wrap up the warnings, here are the key risks you have to acknowledge. You've got extreme leverage, sometimes up to 200x. The AI's analysis is just data. It is not financial advice. A really big one is system disconnects. If you log out, the bot loses control of any open trades. And finally, the algorithm isn't magic. It is strictly and only following the parameters that you saved.
And that leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. We started this whole thing talking about human panic, but if an AI can trade without any fear at all, executing a strategy flawlessly, what does that make the human's most important role in the entire process?